The elections are over, and I'm sure you've seen countless videos of people celebrating, some people in tears, and others having complete meltdowns. There is no shortage of speculation about how this election will affect the country overall. A lot of people have opinions, but this is the coffee pod, and I have really only one question: is how will this affect the dating market, marriage, and relationships? It's what we talk about on here all the time. Well, it seems like a lot of online feminists have decided to respond by embracing the 4B movement. If you're not familiar with what the 4B movement is, the 4B movement was originally founded in South Korea in 2019 as a response to traditional gender roles and societal expectations placed on women. Its names come from like 4Bs. They're in a completely different language. What they mainly mean, in short, simple: no marriage. 1, no dating. 2, no sex. 3, that's the one we're focusing on today, because a lot of chicks seem to be very serious about not giving men at all access to their body for what they're claiming will be the next 4 years. Now, if you disagree with that, you can comment down below. If you think that's something that's realistic, comment down below. If you disagree, comment down below as well. And the last one is no childbirth. Kind of sounds like women going their own way, and so to speak, you know, that whole movement. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself.
Since they gonna take away our rights, take away their rights too. They can't hit her wrong no more, baby. That's not that girl, baby. If Kamala Harris was a boy, she would have won. Y'all hate women that bad. It's a simple fact that people are just not educated. What? Y'all let a felon. She was going to be the most qualified president. She worked in all 3 branches in the government. And y'all let a felon with no experience win? And y'all talk about he gonna have to come. All of his businesses went bankrupt. They went bankrupt. All y'all talking about, y'all didn't vote and y'all voted for Chilstein. Y'all are, what is going on? When they don't let minorities or black people in certain restaurants, don't say nothing. When taxes off the roofs, don't say nothing. When your child get pregnant, she cannot baby, don't say nothing. If you're in middle school and get pregnant, do not say nothing. Don't say nothing.
All right, you guys heard it for yourself there. Listen, we're going to enjoy this, because if I'm going to be honest with you, if this is what it took for women to chill out, not be in the streets, respect themselves and their bodies, then isn't this a win? Right? Or do you want to be a 3 or 4? I'm so confused.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
And follow me here. I'm taking this out of politics, right? I'm coming back to conversations we've been having for the past few years about dating and relationships. Men have been saying, man, too many 3 or 4s out here. Women have too high of body counts. They're out here cheating. They're out here having babies outside of wedlock, expecting you to take care of them. And in response to that, you say, well, we're just going to respect our bodies and not let men hit Rob. Okay, if you say so.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Especially in Florida, because me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement. That's my next plan. And I'm dead serious.
It's going to be tough for you Florida dudes, it sounds like. Drink the coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
It's 4B everything. 4B hair, 4B movement, 4B everything. These have not seen a male loneliness epidemic. I'll tell you what.
Another question. How long do you think they can actually last doing this? Because I just saw on the way to pick up this bucket of popcorn, I just saw like 3 chicks who already folded, right? I saw that and I said, man, that was fast. Or is this another opportunity for people to realize that the internet isn't real life? That what you see and hear celebrities talk about isn't real life. In real life, people are building families, having children, having healthy relationships. Crazy.
I see women in America starting the 4B movement regardless of race, and I am so excited. I am so, don't get these, not 1 ounce of, nothing. It's so crazy because I was on Instagram and I ran across a couple of friends, heterosexual friends, and
right.
They were like, I have my own decision, but I still love women. Like, I don't think a lot of women understand you all are the mothership. If women literally were to stop having children, the human race would be extinct. Literally, I don't think they understand. You all are the key to this shit. Regardless of race, if women all around the world just stop having kids, they would literally have to write them or pay them. Literally. Women hold the power in this world. Y'all need to get into some MMA classes. We need to have some self-defense classes for the women, because start that 4B. Don't get him not 1 ounce of nothing.
That's hilarious, right? Everyone stop having kids. Think about this for a second. Really follow me here. I have a problem with this. because I just released a video of a bunch of women blaming black men and saying that while more black men decided to vote conservative, black men, most of them, at an 80% rate. And I saw some other charts with a little bit more. Black men voted for Kamala Harris overall. Why don't I hear 80% of black men being excluded from this punishment? Someone please explain. Because if any man should be having access to the cheeks for free, should be 80% of those men. Now, I want to be clear, that's not how I live my life. That's not the advice I will give you, right? Find yourself a good woman, settle down, because these streets are crazy out here. But the logic here isn't making sense to me. I don't see anything about those 80% of black men. They're cool, right? We'll date them. We'll marry them. We'll have their kids. None of that. They didn't care about your efforts, which is crazy to me.
Please shut the f about this 4B movement shit. Shut the f up. And I'm not talking about all women, but most of you will fold immediately. You don't care about your bodies for real, because if you did, you wouldn't get pregnant by 3, 4, 5 people. If you did, you won't lay up with a person that doesn't have a ring on your finger.
Damn.
If you did, you wouldn't be sleeping around with somebody that's being your or treating you right or mistreating you or not doing anything for you. You're supposed to be a princess, a queen. You're supposed to be spoiled and treated right. You're supposed to be able to have a child and be healthy and be happy during your pregnancy. And I know sometimes it doesn't always work like that, but sometimes we have to take accountability and put it in our head that sometimes we ourselves by being with these shitty men. Now all of a sudden, you want to do a 4B movement. As soon as he texts you and say that he love you and you'll go back and come back, now you're back having sex with him. So, no, I don't believe in the 4B movement because everybody won't be with it. And I'm not saying everybody has to be with it for it to work, but some of you be posting stuff just to be posting, knowing damn well that you probably still going to be. I haven't had sex with a man in 3 years, and I'm not missing out on a damn thing. If I have to have sex with women for the rest of my life, that's what I'll do. At least I know I love it, and I'll be able to have an orgasm. And that's just real shit. If he's not elevating your life in no type of way, trying to make you wifey, trying to make your life better, elevate you some type of way, make your life stress-free, why the are you having sex with him? Only person that's happy in the situation is him. That's it. Some of you have full-time jobs while your man's sitting at home. Your man. He's driving your car, dropping you off to your job in your house, not helping you with your rent. That's crazy, but that's your man, right? So if you really want to do some 4B movement shit, stand on it. Respect your bodies, because when you start to respect yourself and love yourself, your whole values and tastes in men will change any damn way. We've been doing 4B movement shit, baby. Y'all late. Men was terrible before.
Hold on. I like what she's saying. Just want to, for the record, I like what she's saying.
Trump got elected, and it's not all men. You do have some men that really respect women, that are very educated, very classy, and we're not talking about y'all. We're talking about the trashy men, the ones that they have kids with and then they want to complain after the fact. But you knew he was a trashy man. So to the real women that don't sleep around with a lot of men, how long has it been since you've been laid up with a man? Put down in the comments. Let's so the real 4B movement. We ain't got to talk about it. We gonna walk the walk with this shit.
She brings up a good point. She brings up a good point. The good point that she brings up is, if these are the same women who've been letting Pookie hit, who have multiple baby daddies, I'm not talking about they were married, because guys, I add nuance to my commentary. It matters if your kids are out of a marriage, right? There's a difference between the lady who has at every moment only managed to secure a baby daddy and have his kids. If these are the same chicks who believe that they should be the head of the households and that there's no difference between a man or a woman, are they really punishing the men who voted against them? Like, really think about that. Are you really punishing those men? You're really punishing the men who actually helped you out. The other men weren't interested anyways. You're making it easier for your competition, the women who agreed with those men, to lock down those men. Am I making sense? Anyways, another interesting video was an escort. I'm talking about a 304 here, talking about how she's going to make so much money because women are not going to be putting out.
I'm trying to find the positives in this as a 304, and I'm finding the light, right? Because one thing that's going to benefit me as a Black 304 is the fact that all of these women have already promised that they're no longer for free. So y'all will have no other choice but to come see women like me. And I promise you the price is definitely about to go up. And knowing that YT men
Let's just go on. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better.
are going to be my number one, like, clientele, because they already are. I'm about to get these reparations, and I'm going to use these resources to help other Black women and the disabled and children who have no choice. I'm going to use these resources. Like, I keep wondering, like, who's going to be our Harriet Tubman, because it's about to get real interesting.
This is getting sad. It is getting sad, right? This is supposed to be a lighthearted type situation. It's getting sad.
Ladies, I'm not saying this to be facetious, but I don't care if you're a rose girl, a wand girl, or a monster alien tentacle girl. Stock up now for your moments of weakness, because I
Wow.
promise you ain't no alive worth getting stuck with a man.
Wow. Encouraging women to go get themselves a rose, some tentacles. Wow.
None. We are taking coochie off the table indefinitely.
Is that so?
Just woke up this morning feeling spicy. You guys feel spicy? Because I do. All right. I don't know how to use this thing. Let's see what happens. Is this cutting off hair? I'm going to have to cut it shorter than that.
I don't know if this is a protest or we're seeing a Britney Spears moment here.
Does it down, right? I think that this is too... it's getting hair. Let's see here. Maybe I got to cut it. Here we go. Have I given up on America? I've also given up on coloring this hair because, right? Coloring my hair, having my hair be long and luxurious, all that shit, being skinny, being hot, being all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be, because clearly they don't give a shit about us. And I'm talking to you too, those of you ladies who have the internalized misogyny required to do what you did. The minorities who are so scared of a woman in power that you'd rather cozy up to the white man just in case some crumbs fall off his plate so that you may eat from them. Yes, scraps. I don't know how to work this thing, but I'm on my way. I'm going to figure it out. Let's just do some cutting. You know why? Because this is taking too long. Here we go. Short hair we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're cutting it off because you. That's why. You think I'm crazy? Me too. Crazy. Just like all the women before me who were crazy. So crazy. You know what? It's been a day. It's been a year. It's been 9 years, 8 years, whatever it may be. Around this time, 8 years ago, it's one of the worst times of my life. It's when my life fell apart. Not because of this. Don't get too excited. I'm just talking about regular life stuff I talk about on here.
To be honest with you, man, if you during this time are having some serious mental challenging issues, anxiety, then you know the internet, and guys, I really mean this, the internet is the wrong place to go and open up about things you're struggling with. I don't know why people repeatedly do this. The internet does not provide therapy. And I mean getting online and sharing your problems with just anybody, because there's just such a mixture of people who are joking, people who are dead serious, people who are going through a meltdown maybe. Right? And people don't really know what's going on in your life the way a therapist probably would. I mean this 100%. I wish more people, I've said this about relationships, but also personal problems, wish more people not treat TikTok like a therapist. And these would be the same people who, if things would have gone the other way, they would have been shitting on everybody.
But trust me, I understand. I've heard the message loud and clear. We all have. Now women are going to have to just refuse to participate. Sorry, if you're a man, I will not be responding to you. If you are a man, I will not be talking to you. I am going to be promoting the 4B movement from here on out. Care. I don't care. Better scissors. My hair. Cutting it all off. Probably painting a target on my back here, but whatever. At least I live in a state right now that has civil rights still. And we voted out Brandon Williams. Guy back to Texas from whence he came. We also voted yes on Prop 1, which will codify into law some equal rights.
Not that my content reaches a lot of men because I have an IQ of 130, but I want the men in this country to know that half the female population, we're dry. We're probably going to stay dry. I'm dry as a desert, baby, and I don't want it to change. Yeah, we're not going to like you anymore. You understand that? Like, it doesn't matter if you take away a we'll want to have your babies even less, right? Even if you take away contraception, like, women are really good at celibacy because you guys are actually a threat to us. So we have a lot less to gain from you. So yeah, 4B all the way. Let's make some money, I guess. That's all we can do now.
Hey, what's up? I'm Sasha Graham. I'm a female separatist, radical feminist, and I do outreach for the 4B movement. If you haven't done the 4B movement, either present or post-election in the U.S., here's some
Is this your leader? An outreach. She's an outreach specialist.
information you should know.
Makes sense.
Now, a lot of the reason why some social movements have failed in the past is because they lose steam. Implementing elements of separatism into your life ensures that the movement has some protection from burnout and die down. There are some really dedicated sisters who have taken the initiative to break up with their boyfriends, to throw out all their makeup and divorce their husbands. But what comes after that?
What? Yo, this shit's insane. Divorcing your husband. F the vows. F the kids. F the family. Radical feminist indeed. And I'm the bad guy. This world is upside down.
What you want to do is a thing called community building. You want to start reaching out to sisters in your area or sisters in your country to start building networks.
I know a woman who loves women when I see one. She's not slick. What you want to do is find yourself other women, surround yourself with women. She wants you to come look for her. This is like that other chick. I forgot who was always wearing the baseball, the backwards snapbacks, giving advice. You see that, you know that's a woman who loves women.
To protect them from things like loss of employment, loss of resources, loss of housing, etc. You also want to practice the B's religiously. That means no dating with men, no marrying men, no childbirth, no talking to men, no buying unfair products, and B supports B. What that means is that you support other sisters who are separatists. You want to support the media that separatists create. You want to focus your efforts on supporting organizations that prioritize women's initiatives. You want to make purchases from female-only businesses, but you also want to be careful of the noble donkey.
These girls are about to end up homeless.
The noble donkey is basically like the pick-me on steroids. Her only concern is like national interests or preserving the patriarchy or preserving male rule. They will be outwardly anti-separatist. You also want to avoid engaging with them and with incels or anyone who seeks to distract you from your initiatives. Community building and grassroots organizing is the hallmark of the 4B movement. I do have a Discord server that serves as an information exchange, so if you're interested in joining and connecting with more 4B sisters, go ahead and send me a DM and we'll get you started right away.
Be careful entering those female discords with chicks who wear do-rags. All right, you might get yourself into some shit.
And all the girls is talking about the 4B movement. Are all the girls going to participate? Heck no, because some women got to have a man on their arm. They got to be by a man 24/7. Now, for the girls that are married and married to a good man, I will say get an IUD, get a vasectomy, get tubes tied, get whatever you can so you don't conceive. Because honestly, I feel like people don't realize that in a just not saying, hey, I don't want a baby, so I'm going to get one. It can happen when you are miscarrying and you have to get a medical or you're going to die. There's so many like examples. If you go out there and you just research.
Hold on. I hope you guys can't hear me chewing. That would be horrible.
There's so many different examples of women that had to get an abortion because it was between them, their life. Like they were going to die. And many of them did. So I feel like people need to educate themselves on exactly what that is and what they consider an abortion. I just saw a woman talk about how she had a stillborn birth, and that was on her insurance. It was still considered because the child was not born alive. So we got to educate ourselves on terms and what they mean. Even people with children, and I know this sounds crazy. I don't even know if it's legal or not, but even your babies, because we have our, we get our periods at a young age. Get them on birth control. It's sad, I know, and it sounds crazy, but you got to do what you got to do because you don't know what rights are going to be taken away and what you can and what you can't do. So everybody just get on birth control and just, I don't know, keep your latest codes because it's scary.
Get your young female babies on birth control. Did I hear that right? Not one talk about sexual discipline, about not being a WHORE. Not one.
Now that the dust has settled, it's a couple of things that I want to say. Y'all, I think I'm ready to go full 4B. I'm ready to go full 4B movement on the men. Actually, black men, y'all did well.
Oh,
we got about 80% or so.
There you go. So what? What do the black men get? Nothing. Nothing. I know this because I saw a comment that read 20% is too high for me. 20%. 20%. Again, this just shows you the delusion of a lot of these feminists. 20% means that there was an 80% success rate. Think of that thought process. If you're in a relationship with one of these chicks, she wants 100%, she wants perfection, she wants delusion.
It's always going to be some knuckleheads that think they white and got a white woman or, whatever. Y'all, the black men did pretty good. I'm not specifically mad at black men. It's just men in general treating women like, why are our rights always up for grabs? It's not a free country if every 4 years I got to fight for my life. Like, if y'all insist on making women second-class citizens, we don't have to give you our body. If we got to fight for our reproductive rights, we don't have to give you children. We don't have to reproduce with you. We're going to do like they doing over in Korea. Korea got a whole missing class of children because they stopped mating with the men and they stopped giving birth because their rights were not being protected and because the men were not doing their fair share.
Self-destructive.
And I'm ready to go full 4B. Women, if you haven't heard of it, look up the 4B movement. I think that the only way that women are going to get respect and change the narrative and break out of this misogynistic patriarchal nightmare is to withhold our bodies and start demanding more. We cannot be pick-me's. We cannot be chasing after men. We cannot be using our emotions and making excuses for men's poor treatment of us. We cannot be protecting DL men, especially in the church. We cannot be protecting predators. We have to stand up for us and us only because that's what they're doing. And we are standing by our men, supporting them, supporting the church in their misogyny and making us feel like second class citizens and going along with it like we agree with it. Like we really think the is the issue when really the issue is women's sexual freedom. You don't want women to feel sexually free. You want men to feel sexually free and women to be punished and carry the burden and shame of unwanted pregnancy or STDs or so on and so forth. And guess what? Well, then y'all just be celibate. How about that? How about y'all just how Grindr crashed at the RNC because y'all was DL? Y'all go ahead and keep doing that. And then we'll just keep our stuff to ourselves or we'll just share it with each other. And then we'll just go our separate ways. How about that? But as for women continuing to participate in the misogyny, even especially in our churches, like I just have zero patience for it anymore. I'm just not going. I'm not going. Men, they act like women are so emotional. The crash outs that I see are men. Men are crashing out. If you tell them no, when you try to act like you don't want to give them your number or that you are not interested in them, you become all kind of whores, fat, black, ugly, all kind of things. Like the men are the ones that's crashing out. And I think we need a good old timeout from each other. If you are in a marriage that's horrible, get out of it. Get out of it. If you have trouble getting out of it and can't live on your own, get you one or two best friends and y'all make a little female compound with you and your children and y'all help each other and take care of each other. There is ways. We do not have to continue to subject ourselves to abuse, to being second class, to misogyny, to all of these things and then can't even get adequate health care because This is what we voting for. This is what men want. And white women, y'all did not show up. Latino men, I don't got nothing for you, Jose. If they come and get your abuela, good. I don't know what to tell you. If y'all want to be white and they want to deport your grandma, I'm letting her have it. I'm not marching with nobody else. White women, y'all got to do better. Y'all still want to sleep with the men.
Jose was crazy.
Black men, but y'all not showing up at the polls the way y'all said. Y'all did better. Not even better. No, y'all did terrible. White women, y'all did terrible. Y'all did decently okay, but how y'all was talking, y'all didn't show up like y'all was supposed to. And women in general, we have to reevaluate what we are accepting and what we want out of life. We are letting Christianity convince us that God wants us to be second place in our own homes, in our own lives. Like we gotta be, we're giving men all the main character stuff, but we doing all the heavy lifting and all the work in the relationship and for the family and with the kids and all of that stuff, while they just sit there and get to claim authority. And we just going along with it like, that's what God wants. He doesn't want me to leave this abusive relationship. What God? That is, we got God twisted, and I feel like God is pissed about it. And I think that things are going to keep getting worse until women get pissed enough to do something different, which is withhold your body, stop engaging in these fugazi, ridiculous relationships, and pull out until you get your worth. If you are in a relationship with a man and he is not treating you to what you value and you continue to stay there, then you are just as much part of the problem as he is. Because if you withdraw yourself, if we withdraw our presence.
Yo, she can talk, bro. She can talk. I mean, she's going.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
She's going. Whew. There is no man in that house.
If we stop playing the game don't exist. We got to stop playing it. 4B. I'm full 4B at this point.
Are we done? They're out here forming gangs. Oh man, yo. Yeah. Christian women talking about the church not supporting them getting their cheeks clapped. We want sexual freedom. What a world, what a world, what a world. Both men and women should have sexual discipline.
You are no longer in the season where you can sleep around. Leave them that ain't got shit going on in their life and you have no prospects with and no real future with alone.
Doesn't this sound like this is a good thing? I mean, who's really being punished here?
Can we be honest for 1 second? Just for 1 second. Not like super emotional about it, but just honest. Do we really think we're better without men? Like, seriously, do you think that women are better off without men? And this refers to, like, literally when women think they're better without men, they say that. And then, like, the 4B movement, single moms by choice. By choice, when you actually go to become a single mom by choice, not by chance.
Right.
But, like, do we really think we're better off as people without men? Like, do we think if the male race just disappeared, we'll be fine? Like, are we fine with being alone for the rest of our lives or having a man? Not like just settling for men. I'm not talking about settling for bad men. I'm saying men, period. Do we think we're better together or separate? Do we think we're better together or separate?
The arrogance of some women who are going to answer yes. They think they're better by themselves. I've never said men should be by themselves, better by themselves. I think men and women are best when they're able to work together. If you're wondering what the future of these women will look like,
4B movement. I'll just never be done being proud of your generation and doing what we should have done. I've always said it like this. I lived my life like a man.
we believe you.
Got my own place. Date who I want, when I want, go on vacation, do this, do that. No kids, no responsibilities of kids, no daycare, no bullshit, no baby mama, no baby daddy. Do it. I'm 61 years old. Here you go. Here's that, I'm going to die alone with cats lady. Actually, I've got them falling out of my pockets.
They won't last 30 days. As always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pod. Leave your comments down below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.